Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well wherever you are in the world. And I would like to take this opportunity, if I may, to give just some more recommendations for anyone who is interested. And I did something similar with a video that I uploaded rather recently with respect to the film A Brighter Summer Day, and I'd like to just continue that with this next title that I'm about to mention. This is a film from 1960, and it was released recently by the Criterion Collection back in 2019 on a very good, quite excellent Blu-ray. And it was a really wonderful thing to see, because up to then it had been a title that was somewhat difficult, relatively speaking, to get one's hands on, at least in a physical media format anyway. There had been a DVD released by the BFI, but that had since fallen out of print, at least as far as I understand it. And so it was a little bit difficult after that to get a good copy of it anywhere. But thanks to the good people at Criterion, it came back, and it came back under a new digital restoration, and we got to see the film once again, and it's now readily available. So for anyone who has access to the world of Criterion, I strongly recommend it. This is a kind of a almost transformative film. It's a very special work, and every time I see it, I am just so deeply moved, and I am quite emotionally touched by its approach to this particular story arc and the relationships within the family and the family structure, and in particular the relationship between two siblings, and how it's played out against the backdrop of certain historical and geographical and cultural events that are related to, directly or indirectly, to what is known as the partition of India. And the film that I'm referring to is from 1960, Ritwik Ghatak's work, The Cloud-Capped Star. Now, if you have not seen The Cloud-Capped Star, I would strongly recommend that you at least consider giving it a try. It is about 2 hours. According to the back, it's 127 minutes, 1960, and it is a film that is in Bengali with English subtitles. It is black and white. It is stunning. This film is absolutely an emotional powerhouse of a film, and it is doing so many things at once. It is amazing just to even think about, let alone experience and watch unfurl before your very eyes as it plays on your screens. This is the film The Cloud-Capped Star, Ritwik Ghatak, The Cloud-Capped Star. And I must suggest that there are many things going on. As I suggested earlier, there is a sort of historical context that is accompanying this film, a historic and cultural context that is associated with this film that is very important. There's also this filmmaking prowess and real artistry that is on display, which is fundamentally amazing. It's absolutely amazing. There is, on the one hand, a real beauty in what might be termed a kind of earthy realism that is trying to be captured on film, and the camera of Ghatak, and the story, in particular the story of a brother and a sister, which has certain roots in what might be termed a kind of realism, or neo-realism, if one wants to use that term. But at the same time, what makes this film so fascinating, not just as a kind of cultural artifact, but also as an example of really bravura, almost experimental filmmaking, is the fact that this film has encased within it, housed within it, some of the most almost mind-blowing cinematic techniques, both visual and audio, that I think make this film really quite stunning and extraordinary. The way in which the techniques of this film capture a kind of poetic or lyrical kind of essence of particular aspects of this film is really stunning. It's absolutely stunning, and I don't want to give any details because I don't want to spoil them, because I think this film is best cherished on an initial view without knowing too much. But believe me, there is a real cinematic poetry that is deep, profound, fundamental, and that relies on some quite intriguing and creative cinematic magic tricks. This is a film that is filled with magic. It has magic at its core, and it uses magic not to show off. It doesn't use it to try to add any unnecessary flair to the proceedings. Oh no, it is using these sort of techniques to tell a story and to punctuate a particular aspect of a relationship that's being depicted, and also, or relationships that are being depicted, because there are more than one, and it's a fascinating cast of characters that we have in this work. But everything that is being employed is all to serve a kind of cinematic poetry that really transcends. By the time one is finished with this film, I think one is left feeling in awe and in a kind of space, sort of spiritual space perhaps, that almost defies words. This is something that really leaves a lasting impact. And for anyone who has seen this film and who has shared with me their experiences, it's pretty similar to the experience that I personally had when I first saw this film and then upon subsequent viewings. This film packs a wallop, and it's a really deep, emotionally profound, quite affecting wallop indeed. And it's done in such a way that makes one really appreciate cinema and makes one realize that one can be proud to be in love with cinema. Indeed, I am so proud that I have the great pleasure of saying that I'm in love with cinema because of films like The Cloud-Capped Star, because of films like this. It really reaffirms that love of cinema that I have, and it was so great that the Criterion Collection was able to release it how it did. And it's now available. I'm not sure, it may be available also through streaming or through other labels or other boutique brands or something like that. And if so, great. If you're able to see it in whatever form, please do. Once again, The Cloud-Capped Star. This could potentially be a kind of cinema life-changing experience for anyone who has yet to watch this film, The Cloud-Capped Star. I really believe that. And the more people that are able to see this film, I think the better off we all will be. And so I would strongly suggest for anyone who has yet to experience the real beauty and glory that is the cinematic marvel of The Cloud-Capped Star, I once again strongly suggest that you check it out. It is one of those unforgettable experiences for me, and it continues to be that even after watching it many a time. This film, The Cloud-Capped Star, is something that I am almost positive that anyone who has a love of cinema will really appreciate. And so I would strongly suggest giving this a try if you have not done so already. Once again, the film is from 1960, Ritwik Ghatak's work called The Cloud-Capped Star. Okay, my friends, so that's it for now, and so thank you very much for your time as always. And until we meet again, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great movies. Thank you once again for your time, and cheers.